Prepare now, learn how. Read to you by Carol Brigham. Disasters happen. You may never be in a disaster, but if you are you prepared? Will you know what to do? You will if you make a plan before you are in danger. September is National Preparedness Month. Schools, families, workplaces, towns, and cities use this month to plan. We all need to know what to do if there is a disaster or other emergency. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, helps in many large disasters, but it can't do everything. The agency wants Americans to be able to help themselves. We need to know how to prevent disasters. We need to know how to respond to a disaster if it happens. We need to know how to recover from a disaster after it happens. During National Preparedness Month, we can learn ways to survive natural disasters or man-made emergencies. September is a good time to learn how to prepare. It's the first month of the school year. It's a time of dangerous hurricanes. Many wildfires are in September, and September was the month of the worst terrorist attack in U.S. history. Natural disasters in the United States. Each area of the country has its own risk for natural disasters. Some disasters have no warning, while others have a short warning. Some disasters are more common at certain times of the year. For example, the East Coast and the Gulf Coast states get the most hurricanes. Hurricane season is June 1 to November 30. Hurricanes bring high winds of more than 74 miles per hour. There is heavy rain. There is danger of floods and a storm surge. Tornadoes may happen anywhere in the country at any time. However, the central plains of the U.S. are in the most danger, especially in the spring. This area of the country is called Tornado Alley. Blizzards affect many northern states from November to April. Snow, ice, and extremely cold temperatures are possible. Ice storms cause trees to fall. They can bring down power lines. After an ice storm, there may be many homes without electricity, heat, running water, or TV. Floods may follow heavy rains, melting snows, or hurricanes. Rivers and streams may overflow and run through streets and buildings. Floods may contaminate the drinking water supply. Heat waves in the summer kill more people than hurricanes and floods each year. Electric power may go out when too many air conditioners are on. A blackout can last a few minutes or even weeks. Wildfires are common every year in the Southwest. Forest fires can happen anywhere when the weather is hot and dry for a long time. Homes near forests may be in danger at those times. Small earthquakes happen frequently in the western states. There are many faults in the earth there. Scientists believe that the West Coast will have the big one in the next 30 years. There are also many faults in the south central states. There have been recent small earthquakes there. There are active volcanoes in Hawaii, Alaska, and the states on the West Coast. Dangerous eruptions are possible in Washington, Oregon, and California, but they are not common. Mount Rainier is dangerous because it is near Seattle, Washington. More than 750,000 people live in Seattle. There were small eruptions of Mount Rainier in the 1800s. The last killer eruption in the U.S. was Mount St. Helens in Washington State in 1980. Hawaii has frequent large eruptions. Mount Kilauea on Hawaii's Big Island erupted in May 2018. It injured 24 people. 3,000 people had to leave their homes. Man-made disasters. Many trains and trucks carry gasoline or dangerous chemicals. There may be accidents. Fires or poisons can affect the area for blocks or even miles around. There are 998 nuclear reactors operating in the United States. Most of these nuclear power plants are east of the Mississippi River. Large earthquakes are not common there. However, one nuclear reactor in California is only a few miles from an earthquake fault zone. It was built to withstand a 7.0 magnitude earthquake. 2 reactors in New York State are just 1 mile from an active fault line. Terrorist groups like ISIS continue to try to cause disasters and hurt Americans. Domestic terrorists have hurt many people in large gatherings. The FBI has stopped many terrorist attacks before they could happen. Why should you prepare for a disaster? In a disaster, many people may need help, but help may not come quickly. You may have to protect yourself and your family. The best time to prepare for a disaster is now, when there is no disaster. You can think clearly to make plans. You can get things you might need. Basic emergency supply kit. You should have gas in your car's gas tank. You should have enough food, water, and other things you need to last for at least 3 days. Food. Save non-perishable food such as crackers, raisins, peanut butter, jam, canned tuna, canned fruit, and canned juices. Water. You need 1 gallon of water per person per day for at least 3 days. Fill a bathtub with water to use for washing and for flushing the toilet. Other. Have flashlights and extra batteries, a first aid kit, peroxide H2O2, bandages, antiseptic, medicines, etc. A loud whistle or cowbell to call for help, a charged cell phone, a battery-powered or wind-up radio, extra batteries, garbage bags, a can opener for food, medications, baby's food and diapers, your pet's food, and extra water. If you leave your home. If you have to evacuate, be sure to take your important family documents, green cards, insurance policies, driver's licenses, school documents, diplomas, social security cards, bank account records, and proof of vaccination for children and pets. Carry them in a waterproof container. Take cash or traveler's checks, credit cards, and change. Lock your doors and windows and take your keys. Are you going to a shelter? Take a sleeping bag or warm blanket for each person. Take eyeglasses, a complete change of clothing, and an extra pair of shoes, and personal hygiene items. Take paper cups, plates, plastic spoons and forks, and paper towels. Take paper and pencil, books, toys, games, puzzles, or other activities for children. Call a friend or family member in a different state to say where you are going. After a disaster. After a tornado, hurricane, ice storm, or earthquake, stay away from broken power lines. They may still be carrying electricity. Watch out for broken glass, nails, and other sharp objects. Stay out of any damaged buildings. They could collapse at any time. Do not use matches or lighters in case of leaking gas pipes or fuel tanks nearby. Listen to the radio or TV for information from emergency workers and local officials. You may need to live for a while without any electricity, gas, water, sewage treatment, and telephones. There may be off for many days. With no electricity, food in refrigerators and freezers will spoil. You won't have lights, air conditioning, heat, or TV. Your tap water might not be safe to drink. It may be contaminated. Boil it to be sure it is safe to drink. Stores often run out of food and water. It might take days for rescue workers, police, and the Red Cross to bring help. You can get more information for disaster preparation from www.ready.gov. You can get a free booklet, Hurricane Safety in Simple English, at our website, www.elizabethclaire.com. To subscribe to Easy English News, or for more information on free materials, supplementary materials, and other works written by Elizabeth Clare, visit our website, elizabethclaire.com.